Welcome to today's most heartwarming story. Get ready to embrace the magic of music and dance. For James, this Christmas is undoubtedly a dazzling turning point, and his mom is over the moon with his transformation. She is grateful for the coach's help, although she can't help but wonder why the coach is so generous. The coach kept the secret close but promised to give it her all to help James secure a bright future. With the first ray of morning sun, James pushed his cart like Santa, delivering gifts to the neighbors one by one. To her, the acceptance of the neighbors is more precious than gold, but the new intern cop thinks this is a burglary in progress. He drags her off to the precinct, but thankfully, two seasoned cops show up just in time to rescue her. They made the intern write a reflective essay and demanded she join James in delivering gifts as community service. After a busy morning, the coach prepped burgers and soda, awaiting James' return to praise his community spirit and share exciting news. The school board finally agreed to make James an official student, but with a catch: he has to act like a model student. If his behavior disrupts school order, he might get the kick-out treatment, which is both an opportunity and a challenge for James. He's ready to embrace it all. Today marks the start of his official high school journey. When the school bus pulls up, he warmly welcomes every classmate aboard, practically the welcoming officer on board. Spotting students running amok, he stops them like a monitor and gives a girl a big hug. Chatting warmly with the teachers, rallying the classmates, his cheerful smile is contagious to everyone. The principal firmly believes that the spirit Hannah displays is exactly what a high school should embody, so she promptly appointed her as the announcer. Whenever she mentions her favorite veggies during lunch announcements, it's like she's pitching a product, making everyone drool. Her words radiate charm, adding vibrant colors to her classmates' mundane lives. But Johnny, seeing his crush giggling at James, got jealous and tried to set a trap for him. He pretended to ask James for help in the girls' locker room. James never thought anyone would lie to her. After all, she lives in an optimistic world. But this naive trust dealt her a heavy blow. Unprepared, she entered the girls' locker room, confused and terrified. The girls inside panic upon seeing her. In an instant, James felt like her world was collapsing. She dashed outside, feeling her trust and kindness crumbling. She just couldn't believe it. Someone cruelly destroyed her innocence. Only the coach believed in her unwaveringly. The coach asked who led her to the locker room, but James wouldn't spill Johnny's name. She wouldn't rat out a classmate and didn't want to ruin Johnny's reputation over this. But when the coach saw Johnny strutting with pride, she knew right away who was pulling the strings. Johnny had no idea he was facing a turning point. The coach isn't one to be underestimated. Thought the game was over, but the coach, as the school's athletic director, had every right to decide the team rosters. Now he was in hot water. James didn't betray a friend or do wrong, but thought differently, leaving the principal in a pickle. She was unsure whether letting James into the school was a blessing or a curse. What if her presence brought more trouble than joy? Not just the coach would find it hard to explain. Even the principal was uncertain if she could protect James. Just as they were deep in thought, the coach's daughter called in with an urgent message, a heartbreaking piece of news. She could hardly accept this news, fearing anyone would leave her life. The coach comforted her daughter while racing to James' home, with the cops in tow, opening that summer door. A heartbreaking sight met them. James was kneeling on the floor, hugging her mom's photos and sobbing, feeling like she lost everything. Her mom, who stood by her through tough times, passed away from relentless labor, leaving the coach at a loss for words to console her. All the coach could do was listen, understand, and support, trying to provide as much comfort as possible. "I love my mom. She is a wonderful woman," she told me. "She will forever remain in my heart, and I love you deeply." Even though fate kept throwing challenges at her, her heart remained resilient, holding on to kindness and innocence. Like a tree standing tall in winter, damaged yet deeply rooted, waiting for spring's arrival. James worked hard to live and learn. Without Mom, she had to be strong on her own. Though Johnny loved teasing her, she still tried to reconcile and even gifted him her beloved radio. This left Johnny with mixed feelings. After hearing about James' mom's passing, he felt guilty and sought her out. Kind and sensitive people always catch on to others' troubles first, and this changed Jonah's perception of James entirely. He regretted his past actions, but James diffused it with a gentle smile. But the adults just had to meddle in the kids' business. What a right! Jonah's dad accused James, conveniently ignoring his son's misdeeds, even reporting the matter to the school board. What a comedy! Upon discovering the tragic news of James' mother's demise, he astonishingly considered sending her to a welfare home on the pretext of her having no guardian. The unpredictability and indifference of life really seemed like a living, breathing absurd play.